turd nuggets? How you doing? This is Mr. Durite. Let me just start the show right. Y'all wasn't expecting that. I wanted to do something crazy.
Different show.
That's a different show. That's
this
a McDonald's show.
Respectable show,
Oh, well,
Mr. Durite.
That's to be determined. Welcome back to Sea Stories with Mr. Durite. I am your host, Mr. Durite. This is my co-host,
the lovely, wonderful So Wong.
He
wrote that. He wrote that. I didn't really want to say that, but he said this is how you should introduce yourself.
And today's show is an army of a bunch of us.
An army of a bunch? That's not how the saying goes, though, right? Army. It's army of one, right? But there must be good reason why we're calling it army of a bunch of us.
Because I will tell you that later. Anyway, today we have a special guest in studio,
yes.
John Leclair. How you say it?
Leclair. Oh, that sounds very
Jean-Claude.
bourgeois, very French. Oui, the Frenchman on the set today.
She's racist.
What's his name? Leclair.
Just so y'all know this, she's racist.
What? Well, how am I racist? That is just so wrong. I am not racist. Point. Anyway,
sure y'all side with me. If y'all side with me, say team Mr. Do-Right. If you side with her, say team wrong. Not Wong, team wrong.
Leclair.
Anyway,
we're gonna hear more about Leclair. I just love saying that. I mean, isn't it true? Like when a French person just cusses at you, I mean, it just sounds so beautiful.
If a French person cuss at you, you wouldn't know it.
That's right, exactly. It just sounds so like.
They could be ordering dinner. They could be asking where the bathroom at, or they could be cussing you out.
Comment allez-vous?
What does that
Je
mean?
m'appelle. Oh, how are you?
See, I thought you was cussing me out.
Je m'appelle So Wong.
You getting on my damn nerves.
Leclair. Like an eclair, like that dessert, that chocolate dessert.
So anyway,
so yummy. Oh.
We will get to this and a whole lot more after this crazy nonsense is over with. Randall, let's go to that title, baby.
Attention bubbleheads, sailors, and all military personnel. Enjoy truish, lighthearted, and funny adventures from life at sea, told by Mr. Do-Right himself. So pack your sea bags and rig your ship for dive. It's time for another sea story with Mr. Do-Right. I think they're ready for you. Take it away, Mr. Do-Right. Visit DoRightProduction.com, follow the Facebook page, and subscribe to our channel, shipmates.
Hi, how y'all doing? This is our Halloween special,
yes.
And if you haven't noticed, we have a ghost in the studio. I don't know if you can see through her or not. I will put my hand behind her, but then HR will get on me.
I'm wearing camouflage. It's my military costume. And I'm told with that green screen in the back that I look like I'm almost invisible. I don't know why I did that sound effect like I was really
like she was
far
falling
away.
or something. Catch me, I'm falling. You see what I got to work with over here? This is the situation I got to work with all the time. She come in here, look at me, I got a green shirt on. Forget the fact that we got a green screen.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that. I was so excited that for our Halloween episode, I was in costume and it's military. Yay! Even though I'm civilian. See the irony? Okay.
I'm dressed up like Mr. Do-Right. Hey. So,
which costume do you like more? My camouflage?
Team Wrong or Team Do-Right?
Yeah, his boring submarine.
Anyway.
Although the hat is pretty.
Oh.
Interesting.
Anyway.
Yes.
So
our special
we have to apologize again. I made that video.
Again?
Yeah, because you know there's a lot of people that were looking for the show and they couldn't find it, and they was crawling up my butt talking about, hey, what happened to the show?
So many of y'all out there just anticipating and waiting for the show, and I know y'all were heartbroken that we didn't air. Did we ever figure out why?
Yeah, we figured out why, but for reasons that we
had
feel
no
like
control over?
No. For reasons that we are not going to disclose.
Oh.
We didn't broadcast. So, we're doing this all over again just for you, because that's how much we love you. Thank you. That's how much we love you. Now, also, 2 weeks ago when we had Dan Dordan on, a lot of his shipmates commented, chimed in and everything. And I want to say thank y'all very much for checking us out, checking out your boy. And man, we got a lot of new subscribers from that. And it was a really great show. And we really enjoyed having him on. And we plan on having him on again. And we're going to roast him this time, put a little paprika on him. And it's going to be pretty good.
In his mouth.
Yeah, because he's an asshole.
No.
What? That was good. That's good material. Get out of here.
As opposed to our guest today, who is a Frenchman, apparently.
Yeah, we'll put a croissant in his mouth. Also, I want to bring up, and I was going to say last week, but it was 2 weeks ago now.
Yes.
2 weeks ago, I was helping my lovely co-host run some lines because I don't know if y'all knew this, but she's an actress. I mean, look her up on IMDb. You will actually find her.
I play one on TV.
Well, I hope so. And so we was running some lines and everything. And since this is a military-based show, she was trying to play, and I say that very loosely, a police officer. And show them how you was holding your gun.
Well, at first, Mr. Durite was like, oh, no. Because you know how I was trying to hold the gun? You know, I did the whole finger thing, right? Like, get down on the ground. And he was like, oh, no. That's not how you hold a gun. So all we didn't have a real gun, which
I'm glad we didn't.
We don't. Right? Yeah. So we had a hammer.
Oh, wait a minute. What you trying to say? You trying to say I'm supposed to have a gun?
Don't military guys
you see how she fixed that up, huh?
That's what I meant by that. What happened?
Don't you know they be kicking down the door?
Anyway, so all we had was this prop. And
show them how to hold
Master Durite here has shown me how to properly hold a gun, so I'm going to duplicate it right. Get on the ground now!
You see what I'm talking about? Okay, hold on.
Randall, do you need me to zoom in to see the fierceness in my eyes, and I'll just spit all over the camera?
Can I get up now?
That's right, I said, get on the ground now! Okay, did I do good? Did I do good? Oh, and I don't hold the weapon all loosey goosey,
don't be
right,
swinging
like
it all over the place.
All over like
you only pointing at stuff you're supposed to shoot at. You don't be sweeping everybody on the damn range.
Did he teach me good or what?
You got me on the ground. She wouldn't even let me up.
Get on the ground now!
Look. Can we finish the show?
Scared him.
Can we finish the show?
Mr. Durite, why are your pants wet?
Oh, get out of here. Look at me. She trying to play me on live TV.
Just saying. I mean, you know.
Oh, my goodness.
Who knew he was such a cuddly little Pooh Bear?
Oh, my God. Listen, give me this weapon. Let me check the weapon. Oh, I done created a monster now. A ghost and a monster.
That's right. Oh no, that was like a hula ghost right there.
And I'm sweating up a storm because she up here got me on the floor and everything.
So apparently on camera, I look transparent in certain places where the camouflage.
And in places you should be looking either.
Right here? My face?
Anyway, look, we got to keep this moving.
Yes. So our guest today, again, some French name, Leclair.
Yes, he was in the army.
Saying that. Yes.
He was in some division, in some ranks and some stuff. 'Cause you know the army, they was marching somewhere. They was tying up in shining boots somewhere. You know, they was like sitting with backpacks on their back somewhere marching. I don't know, but we gonna find out. You know, 'cause you know, I mean, we Navy guys, you know, and we ain't got time for all that nonsense. But we gotta honor our veterans, so we're gonna bring them in. We're gonna hear what he gotta say, and we're gonna turn the screws on him, make sure he give us some good stuff. Cause you know them army guys don't really be having anything interesting to talk about.
Oh no, he didn't.
Oh yes, I did. And we're gonna get to that right after these messages. Randall.
Introducing the Kodak instant camera with a twist. Meet the Crank.
Can you feel a brand new day?
Imagine instant pictures with color. Color by Kodak. Just crank, 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 and in minutes you get bright, colorful instant pictures with a textured satin luxe finish. See your photo dealer and shake hands with the Crank. The Kodak instant camera with a twist.
When did you start baking from scratch?
It's not scratch, Mom.
It's new Pillsbury Plus.
A yellow cake this firm could only be from scratch.
It's Pillsbury Plus.
A cake this moist could only be from scratch. A cake this rich could only be from scratch.
It's Pillsbury Plus. The plus is pudding. Pudding right in the mix to add that moistness.
Rich flavor. New Pillsbury Plus, huh? Looks like scratch has met its match.
Hello. And we're back with guess who? But the one and only
Frenchman.
John Leclair.
John Leclair.
Leclair.
Am
And
I
some
right?
some
Am I
reason
right? It's
there's supposed to be
French,
a
right?
name right here across his chest. And
Leclair.
there it is.
It's French, but Kevin's saying it right.
Yeah.
How's it? But what?
Because I
wait a
know
minute.
him.
You're saying you don't like the way I say your name?
So straight, man. Don't look at me. Get over.
You know what? It sounds so similar to that spy espionage writer, John Leclair.
Who?
You know that writer, right? Lecarre. I think he wrote a whole series of novels. Like, did he write Red Dawn or? Yeah, I don't know those books.
Red Dog. I don't know.
John Leclair.
You know who would know?
Leclair.
Google would know.
Oh, that's true. But
Google it.
Leclair. Okay, so don't say with the French flair. No flair in Leclair.
Let him explain. We need to let the guest talk.
Yes.
We haven't been French for several generations. We dropped the capital C, so it's not a capital C anymore. So it's just Leclair.
Just Leclair.
Yeah.
Well, I have a feeling you're not just a Leclair, as we will find out.
You will.
That was the hint.
Oh, so she must know something I don't know. But I guess we'll just find out by asking our questions. And our first question is, what branch did you serve in, Army? And how long did you serve, sir? And what, yeah.
U.S. Army, and I was in for 4 years from 2002 2006.
How old were you?
I was 19 when I first enlisted.
Wow, that's young. So it's 18 that you enlist or 17?
You can do 17 with your parents' permission.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they ready to
That
get rid of
sounds
you.
really
You're going to the army.
young.
I mean, some people graduate high school early. You're 17. You need your parents' permission before you can join.
Oh, wow. Wow. So did you go pretty soon after high school then?
I did a year of college and then I enlisted.
Okay. What made you enlist? I was just curious.
The cost of college?
Ah, yes. And it doesn't get any cheaper.
No. I saw how expensive it was going to be and decided
Yeah.
this was going to be a better way to do it.
And the military pays for, you get the education. How does that work? Like, do they pay for the entire 4 years?
There's a couple of different ways. There's the
Okay.
GI Bill, and those benefits have a dollar amount attached to them.
So there's like a cap?
Yeah, but it's more than enough to get a bachelor's degree. And
Nice.
usually, if you're studious, you can get a master's with it.
Dang! Can you still join? A friend of mine is wondering.
I think correct me if I'm wrong, Kevin, but the
There's an
oldest,
age limit?
There is an age limit.
Ah.
35, I think, is what it is to
hell.
enlist.
Yeah, I barely made it.
Damn.
But I knew there was a private second class that was 34 when I was in, so it's
Wow,
totally
he
possible.
get in there. Wow, that is awesome. And so but how are you serving and going to college at the same time, though?
I didn't actually. Some people do, but I did college after I got out of the army.
Oh, okay. So you can do it afterwards.
Yes.
Or you can do it while you're. That would be
Yes.
hard. Okay, so what would happen if you were in college at the same time that you were serving? You
Well,
had to go?
The
away?
Army has specific colleges that they work with. Like there's
Okay.
Tarrant County Community College, I believe, is the one at Fort Hood.
Don't ask
and
me.
It's they work specifically with veterans because we have to be away for long periods of time.
Right.
You know, if you go to the field for 2 or 3 weeks, you can't just miss all your assignments. So this particular college works with you if you have to go out in the field.
Awesome.
They'll let you make up your assignments or take them with you or do something while you're out.
Gotcha. And so during those 4 years, where were your commands? Yes!
All right.
Learned something.
There was 2 commands. I was in 1st Cavalry Division was the first one I was in, and the second one was 19th Corps Support Group in Korea.
So if you say cavalry, is that always Army, or does it? Can it
yeah.
be?
I don't.
Okay,
I don't
so
think
if you have cavalry in the
there's no cavalry in the Navy.
okay.
Charge!
Cavalry means
Make
army,
the boat go
okay.
faster. Charge. Just like 300, Rise of an Empire.
What was the other one? division?
Yes,
No,
division.
Okay.
So that's
Could division be for Navy or submarine? Oh, okay. So division.
Yeah, we had divisions.
Okay. So
Yes.
90. I couldn't remember.
So something from the last show that y'all didn't get to see. He was breaking it down because you said you was in the who and the what and the where.
Yeah.
Right. So the 1st Cavalry Division.
1st Cavalry Division.
It was the 3rd Brigade Combat Team, and then 382 Field Artillery Battalion, and I was in the Headquarters Battery.
Holy cow!
And the Communications Platoon.
So
think about it as an address. Think about what you got a number house, you got a street that you live on,
right,
in a city, in a state, and you got a zip code. So
all
of those things
really
put together pinpoint exactly where you are.
Exactly.
And that's the same thing with him.
Wow.
Right. That's how it works.
And I wasn't even in the Army.
How did you know that, Mr. Durite?
Because
you cheated. You interviewed him ahead of time. I knew it. He's always trying to make me look bad. You see, like
I'm Mr. Durite. That's why I know.
Oh, brother.
And actually, because I was in an artillery unit, the battery is usually called a company elsewhere, but artillery calls them batteries.
Battery, or if it's other military,
anything but
branches,
artillery.
They're called companies, or
anything else in the Army would be called a company. But for artillery,
because you're artillery, then it's called a battery.
Yep.
That is interesting. Now, let me ask you this: how long did it take you to memorize that, where you said it like that, like I am blah 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 blah? And when do you actually say all that?
Not very long. First couple days I was assigned to the unit, I think I pretty much had it all. You have to. If somebody asks you what unit you're assigned to and you don't know, that's a pretty serious.
But see, I've already forgotten. I just remember 1st Cavalry, some 91st Division, something 3rd Division. I can't remember. It's a lot.
And I know the main one you would have to know is your battalion.
Okay.
So 382 Field Artillery.
Is that the last one that pinpoints where you are exactly?
Close enough. So anybody else on the base would know where you're at.
Wow. Okay, and where was this base?
Fort Hood.
Fort Hood? Okay, so pretty much local.
Yeah.
I love the guy here. Yay!
Well, I enlisted from Fort Worth, and I ended up in Fort Hood. So
I know that was impressive. You look very impressed at my ability to.
She's learning. She's
I'm
learning from Mr.
I'm
Durite.
learning.
You know you're doing good when I just shut the hell up.
Not really. If you could see the look in his eyes when I looked over, and he was like.
No, don't believe that. We're supposed to be interviewing the guests.
Putting words in your mouth?
No, not interviewing me. So, moving on.
So what, two commands you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, you just said Fort Hood. What was the other one?
19th Corps Support Group.
Oh, my gosh.
In Camp Stanley, Korea.
Korea, wow. Okay, that's quite different than Fort Hood.
It is. I mean, it was a 1-year command that I served under. I was at Fort Hood for 2 years.
Yeah.
And change, and then I was in Korea for 1 year. The rest of the 4 years was just training.
Wow. Did you have a choice to go to Korea, or that's just where they?
Not much of one.
Station. Okay. So
I got back from Iraq with 1st Cavalry, and I had orders for Korea waiting for me. So there wasn't a choice. You get orders, you go.
Oh my gosh! So how quick of a turnaround? Like you got back, and then you had like a day or a week?
No. You have to do things. You have to do a lot of things. You have to.
Oh, you have to get vaccinations. I bet, right?
That's part of it. That's a very small part of it. But you have to turn in all your gear that the 1st Cavalry issued you. It has to be clean and serviceable when you turn it back in. So you spend a lot of time cleaning your gear, and there's a lot of paperwork involved. So you have to go through all the. Basically,
bureaucracy, red tape.
The Army's version of HR. You have to go spend a lot of time there, get all your paperwork straight before you go over to Korea.
Oh, wow. And did you know anything about Korea before you went?
No, not at all. I mean, I knew where it was on the map. That's about it.
Wow. So would you say that was Korea like one of the coolest experiences?
I like how you pigeon-toed that in there.
Good. That was good. She got it there eventually.
Wow.
It was a very cool experience. I enjoyed Korea a lot.
Okay,
the year
that?
I was there.
What was cool about it?
There was a lot of traveling you could do because you're in the general area. So the USO had a program where you could. Where they would take you on, they'd set up really cheap trips.
USO, is that for officers?
No. We never looked up what that meant, did we?
No, you sure did. United States something.
Not
I don't know. I don't even know if it's United States. It's hey,
Ombudsman.
if you know what USO stands for, Put it in chat for us.
Yes. Yes.
So the USO set up a trip that I took, and it was a 4-day
For
weekend.
fun?
Yeah, for fun. You had to get your your passport. You had to get all the documentation, because when you travel on orders, you don't need any of that.
Right.
So if you're traveling for fun, you need all that.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So it was a 4-day weekend in China. All expenses paid for like $300 for a 4-day weekend. Pretty cool.
Jeez.
And that was the coolest thing you saw?
She asked what the coolest thing I did in Korea was.
Yeah, see, I thought that's what happened. So,
What was the other cool?
so what is the coolest thing you've seen while serving?
So the thing that comes to mind the most is we did something called mount training.
Mount. Like
Mount, M-O-U-T,
Oh,
and I'm
Mount.
not sure what it stands for, but I know it's an acronym. There's too many acronyms to remember
Move
half
out.
the time. I think it was like urban terrain. Anyway, so yeah, don't know.
Gotta done.
If you know that, send that in the chat too.
So essentially, what that was is they had a mock-up of a city with
Okay.
a few.
Oh, go ahead,
Did someone answer?
Sorry, my bad.
They had a mock-up of a city with
Yes.
just empty buildings. They didn't have roofs on them. They were just cheaply built for training.
Yes.
And what you would do is you'd practice how to enter a building, how to clear a room, and how to.
So a mock-up of it. So it was a huge area.
It was about a city block.
Okay, city
But
block.
Fort Hood has a lot of space, so they.
So it was like recreating like those shooter games, like
Call
Call of Duty, or oh gosh, what was that first one?
It's more like Call of Duty's recreating the army, not the other way around.
Good point. Good point. Good point.
So
Very
I thought
good
it was
point.
cool because not being infantry, I didn't do a lot of stuff like this. So this was probably the only time where we went, kicking indoors and
Well,
training.
what does artillery mean then? It's not infantry.
You don't know what artillery is?
Like weapons, right?
The big guns, the ones that shoot large rounds, very long distances.
Oh, well, why wouldn't you? But you're saying you didn't have that experience to actually use it or something?
No, the artillery is a totally different job. So they would use big guns to put really large rounds on faraway targets. That's the whole point of artillery. But infantry is up close and personal. You're using the rifle. You're kicking indoors, stuff like that.
Oh, wow. Okay, so this is considered training. This
Yes.
mock-up of a city.
Right.
And you're there with your whole
We went with
the battery.
Yeah, we went with a battery at a time. Good job.
Which,
And,
if it weren't the army or other units, it would be called a company. There. Tell
Good
me
job.
I can't learn.
Gold star. You have a gold star?
Says Casper over there.
He's calling me Casper because of the areas where I'm transparent, apparently, against the green screen.
Cody says warheads on foreheads.
What?
Warheads on foreheads.
Good job, Cody.
Where are the four heads?
Good.
Warhead on foreheads.
Oh, four. Oh, I was thinking four, like the number 4. And I'm like, there's only 3 of us. Wow, I am sounding really ditzy right now.
Good looking out, Cody. Thanks.
Yeah.
I was trying to explain it as concisely as possible.
Oh, the USO stands for United Service Organizations.
Thank you.
United Service Organization.
Something like
Thank
that.
you.
Thanks,
you.
Kim.
They do a lot of cool stuff to support the troops.
Wow. So back to this. So you were fighting. It was simulated infantry work.
Yeah, we were going to have to do some of this in Iraq, potentially. So we were going to have to clear buildings. You had to know how to enter a room properly with a team. And I didn't end up having to do any of that, but there was the possibility that I would have to. So
what were you cleaning rooms with? Y'all was shooting real
Is
bullets?
it like paintball?
no, it's similar to paintball, but we
Okay.
had we modified M16s to fire paint rounds, and
That
it's,
sounds painful.
it
Because I've heard
was.
paintball. I've never have had a chance to do that, but I'd like to do
So,
paintball.
A normal
Isn't
paintball
it?
gun is kind of painful.
Yeah, I've
but
heard it
the
hurts.
M16 is more painful. So the modification fires it still fires at a really fast
Oh my
speed.
gosh.
Tell about the artillery. When y'all was shooting
What?
the big guns.
Also,
with
like the mortar rounds for
Yes,
the paintball, you'd have like
yes.
a balloon and a slingshot, and you'd shoot this big balloon, and it would explode and hit a wide area with paint, and that was how you simulated artillery and paintball.
So how do you know who's supposed to die? I mean, that's like, so it's a giant balloon. Like how big? This?
Beach ball size.
A beach ball size of ball of paint?
Yeah.
How do you like launch that thing?
Big rubber band.
What? Do y'all make those rubber bands? What? Oh, hell no. Hell no, they done did it again to me. Randall, why did you not warn me?
We got her last week with that, and she fell for it again.
So, well, because you said something different last week.
I know, I did it on
purpose. You see what they do to the civilians? They trick them. They trick them. Here I am, just trying to learn, and he's like, so
look, he's
that
killing me over here.
didn't happen, or it did, but
No,
it wasn't that big as a beach ball.
There was no artillery. So, we
Who
had
finna clean up all that? Ain't that many sponges.
Just like a Frenchman to make fun of an American. Just like a Frenchman, too.
Oh, my goodness.
So
what did y'all fire then?
Oh, my
For real.
Just the M16 rounds, that was it. So you'd approach a. We did have some.
Because I'm imagining a big splatter of paint. I'm like, well, does it like if you get a drop on you? Does it mean you die?
Yes.
Mortar?
Shannon, we got her twice. We got her twice, Shannon.
So that was so wrong.
Oh my god. Oh, we gotta move on so you can redeem yourself. All right.
So we did have smoke grenades though.
Smoke grenade.
Yeah, you pull the pin and it billows out a bunch of smoke. That's all it does.
Okay. So how do you determine if you die from that or you don't? Right?
Oh no, we're using it as a real smoke grenade. You don't die from smoke grenade.
Y'all still laughing with me?
They're still laughing. Right?
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're
I'm sorry.
not laughing
I disrupted
at
the show.
me, right?
My bad.
You're laughing with me because I'm sitting here laughing. Well, I'm gonna get you back.
And I know you, and that's why I'm trying to enjoy it while it lasts. Now you talking about smoke grenades,
right?
You was also telling us a story about grenade training. That was a pretty interesting story. Why don't you tell us and the fans and all the loving people that love the Army about this experience?
So everybody in basic training, you have to throw a live grenade. So it's one of the things you got to get done. It's like qualifying with a rifle, passing your PT test. You got to throw a live grenade because if the time comes to actually do it, you can't be scared of it. So
okay, but
yeah,
but it's live, like it's a real grenade, and you probably won't survive a grenade launch, right?
Yeah, you better be careful.
A grenade launch?
I mean,
actually, grenade launchers were fun.
Yeah, that's a whole nother creature.
Oh, that's a different.
Yeah, I'm talking about
I'm
talking about a hand-thrown grenade.
Oh my gosh.
So we did a lot of training with like they have these little fake grenades that just go pop. They don't really explode.
Okay. So can you train with a fake one?
You practiced with those, but you have to throw a live one at least once. So you do things like you'd cook the practice grenade, right? You know, cooking. Okay. So
don't ask.
Sorry.
Answer.
To cook the grenade, when you release this, so you pull the pin and then there's a little spoon that goes along the side.
I can imagine this.
And then if you let go of the grenade, the spoon pops off. That means the fuse has started.
Okay.
You have.
Oh, it's not immediate. Like as soon as on TV, it seems like as soon as you let go, it explodes.
Yeah, it shouldn't. Not unless you got a bad one. So.
Oh, it's TV show.
Oh, it's
so
TV, right?
The fuse should be like 5 to 8 seconds or something like that.
Okay, so you got at least 5 seconds to get rid of it.
So the scenario was you're laying next to a bunker. The window to the bunker is right there. If you throw that grenade in there right away, they have 5 to 8 seconds to run. You don't want to give them that much time. So you pop the spoon off, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you come back.
But what about you though? Aren't you gonna be blown too?
No, so you're laying next to the bunker, so there's just concrete right here. So you throw it in the window and you hide back behind it.
Oh, okay.
So, but you have to cook it off for a few seconds and throw it off. And even though it was a practice fuse, if that thing popped in your hand, it could take a finger off.
Oh, so, just a finger? I'm thinking it takes your whole body off.
Well, the practice grenade.
He's talking about practice.
You
talking about real.
The practice grenade could take your finger off. Yeah. So you don't want it in your hand when it goes.
Is it like a firecracker?
It's literally like a firecracker.
Oh, okay.
We gonna get her there, folks. We gonna get her there.
Well, I'm getting nervous thinking about this live grenade that you had to throw. Yes.
The final test was a live grenade. So you're holding it real securely. You could with both hands while you walk to the area you're gonna throw it at.
I'm nervous just thinking about it. I'm shaking already.
You get down in this little pit, and there's like a concrete barrier right here, right?
Oh no.
And
no.
there's an instructor.
I'm claustrophobic. I would have died already. Okay, what?
There's an instructor in the pit with you,
Okay.
and he's telling you, you remove the safety, pull the pin, and then when he tells you,
What's the safety? Like what?
there's
what's
like
how
there's
do
a
you
piece
do
of
it?
wire around it, so you
Okay.
can't pull the pin. So you have to
Oh, so
unwrap
you have
that,
to- okay.
and then you pull the pin, and now as soon as you
Okay.
throw it, the
Yes.
fuse is engaged. So then he'll tell you to throw it. You throw it as far as you can, and then you're supposed to duck down.
Okay, how deep is this pit that you're in?
It's only about a 2 feet. 2 feet.
Okay, so
something
it's
like
not
that.
like 6 feet.
No,
like
no. You're about up to your knees, under the ground.
Now I promise you, this is a funny story, and eventually he's gonna get to the punchline.
It's not that
It
funny.
don't sound funny to me.
So if something goes wrong, if you
Yes.
if you freak out,
Yes.
and let's say you drop that grenade,
Yes, yes.
the instructor will grab you by the collar and
Yes.
attempt to throw you out of the pit. If you fight him, he will leave you in the pit.
That's not funny. That's not funny. That's not funny.
Because it's his life at that point. If you don't want his help, he's going to leave you there. And
And I would
and
too.
remember, he's only got 5 seconds.
Shoot, that's not a lot of
So
time.
if he fights you, you can't explain the situation to him calmly, and then take him out. You give him one shot. If you don't go,
If it was me, I would leave out of there and smack him upside the back of the head at the same time as I'm leaving out. Like, boom, fool!
because the idea is if you
but,
can,
but
if you
is
can,
it low enough that you can hop out? That's
Yeah,
what I'm
so-
afraid. Like it's too high. What if you can't?
so
you
if
don't- you don't
the
have to
grenade's
climb?
down in the pit, if you can roll out of that pit, all the blast is going to be directed upwards. You're not going to hear
Oh.
very well for a little while, but you're going to be okay.
Oh.
So that's why the pit is there in the first place.
Wait a minute. That doesn't make sense though. So let's say I've got it right, and I toss it right, but it didn't go far, or like it went up and then it fell back down into the pit where I am. The pit, I'm like 2 feet deep. I don't even know my size. Okay, 2 feet.
Something like that,
deep.
yeah.
Oh, okay, so I guess I could have there. And
So
you're
if
saying
you roll
for
out
some
the top
reason,
of that, the blast will be directed
Oh,
upwards.
roll out of it.
Out of the pit.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Out of the pit.
Okay.
Well, you thought he was rolling.
Well, I thought he meant roll to the side, tuck and roll, tuck
Tuck and roll if you want to.
That's not going to do anything
Okay.
for you if you're still in
And
the
you're
pit.
telling me, as far as we know, as far as the military has published, no one has died or
I'm
been
not going to
injured
say
from that.
I'm not going to say no one ever. No one I saw.
Okay, see, that's probably more realistic.
Oh, well.
It's probably happened at some point.
Oh.
If there's a rule, it's written in blood. So
Yeah.
it's rules for a reason.
Yeah, there's rules because somebody stupid did something stupid.
Yeah.
Yep. Whoa.
So speaking of stupid, what was one of your proudest moments?
That was a bad segue.
I know. I had to say
Mine was
something.
better.
That's
Mine
the,
was better.
that's the best I
I
could
would
do.
have gone with the regret at that point, but
No. What's your proudest moment while you was in the army?
What? I always love this question because it's stuff that people ask.
So there was a.
And be careful, because I will veto whatever you say to get something better.
I don't have a better one than last time, so I'm just
Okay.
gonna use the same one.
All right, here we go.
So there was a. We were being deployed to Iraq. We flew out on a commuter flight,
All right.
and we landed in Atlanta to switch planes.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're marching us single file, duckling, 5-year-old like, and
No judgment there.
It's the army,
No
so-
judgment
yeah,
there.
they gotta treat you stupid sometimes because people do stupid stuff. So we're walking through the main terminal, and just we're all full uniform. We have our
You have
rucksacks
your
with
gear.
us.
You have to carry all your.
Everything except your weapon. So you have your rucksack and everything else with you. So it's obvious who we are and where we're going.
Rucksack?
Rucksack.
Oh, rucksack. Rucksack.
Yeah, I don't have a sack of rugs.
Oh, I was like,
He's not
what,
a carpetbagger.
because it's rolled up or something? What?
You are just like comedy gold over there, baby. I
Like
love
a
you so much.
backpack? Ruck, like,
I don't know why.
ruckus?
I don't really don't know where that started from.
Okay. If you know why it's called a rucksack,
Kim probably know why it's a rucksack.
It's
Because
the,
Kim was in
it's
the
the
army.
backpack you carry when
okay,
you're,
gotcha.
when you're
That's
marching
what we
long
see.
distances.
It's kind of actually pretty big, right?
Depends on how much
Kind
stuff
of
you put on it, but yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're marching with your rucksack.
Yeah, and we're in a single file line, and
Yeah.
the main terminal just starts like a standing ovation. Like everybody starts clapping as they're walking through. Gave you the feels.
That's how it should be. That is how it should be, ladies and gentlemen of America. That is exactly how it should be.
Tell us why they had y'all single file line marching like a bunch of ducklings. Why?
Because somebody was gonna get lost at the bar, or just lost.
Ladies
in
and
general.
gentlemen, you didn't hear that part. Okay, you didn't hear that part of it.
So wait a minute. They were marching, 2 by 2?
No,
single
file.
Single file down the airport because they didn't want nobody sneaking off going to Burger King or McDonald's or to the bar. And as they were doing this and pretty much getting punished, everybody started clapping.
We won't say punish. We
y'all was getting punished.
We were being preemptively struck.
But it made a big difference in how, because going into it, you were feeling like, God dang it, why we got to march like this? But it was the people's reaction that turned it around, right?
We were going to Iraq. I didn't care how they were marching us. I was thinking, crap, I'm going to Iraq.
I guarantee you, they had so many people crying and this some bull. You know, they got to sit there and people clapping and they're like.
So yeah, it tells them to straighten
this
up.
Is the bull.
Not that day. Okay. People had worked that out of their systems by that point, for the most part. Because we've known we're going for months, so all the anger has been worked out.
So by marching, do you mean like what we see at boot camp, like on TV?
That's more organized, and you have to be on the same step.
Rhythm.
Yeah.
Oh, not like that. You were just walking.
Yeah, we were just walking single file.
Gotcha.
If somebody tries to sneak off, the guy behind you is gonna be like, "Where are you going?" That
and like
kind of deal.
everybody just stood up and clapped for. Oh my gosh,
nice.
This is bringing tears to my eyes. Seriously, I just think that's so beautiful. It is.
Okay.
It's okay, menfolk.
Like
you can show emotion.
It's not allowed.
That was it's not allowed.
If Uncle Sam wanted you to cry, he'd issue you a Kleenex.
Yeah. And put tears in your backsack.
Oh, wow. And you still remember that? So that was very early on in your military career.
No, that was...
Oh, no? Yeah, because that was your first tour, right? Iraq?
Yes.
And you were...
This was almost 18 months in.
Okay.
Because, training was about 6 months.
Gotcha.
Wait a minute. You went in at 19.
Yeah.
This was almost 18 months.
Yeah.
Which is a year and a half?
Yeah.
So that makes you
I was 20 at this point.
Come.
And I turned 21 while I was in Iraq.
Dang.
I wasn't that young. What the hell is not that young?
Young.
No, she said early in the career.
Now that sounds like a story right
it's almost
there.
Halfway.
Turning 21
my career was 4 years, so that was almost halfway.
Oh
These guys, they're just totally like in their own world here.
What? Okay. Oh my goodness. Whew. Let's catch our breath.
But that was cool
Yeah,
to see.
I like
wow, that was neat. So, what about the opposite? Have you had any regrets or moments that you wish maybe you'd done something differently? Any regrets or things that you wish you had done that you didn't do?
You know, when I enlisted, I had a different job in mind, and it wasn't available. I had the scores to get it if I wanted it, but it wasn't available when I enlisted. So I just picked the best thing that I
What was
on
the
list.
job?
My job was the job I ended up with was signal support system specialist. I repaired radios. That was the main job. Was just the radios, the different types of radios, and I also did a little bit of PC support.
Oh,
but that was just because the people around me didn't know what they were doing, and they figured, the electronics guy knows a little bit.
He was in the army. Anyway.
So that's the job I picked. What I actually wanted to be a crew chief on a helicopter.
Crew chief on a helicopter. That means what exactly?
You're in charge of the maintenance.
In charge of the maintenance.
And you're in charge of the maintenance for one particular helicopter. From what I understand. Now I've never done the job, so you're in charge of the maintenance for that helicopter. You have to make sure it's up to speed. It's all.
Wow.
You know that helicopter better than anybody else. That's the point.
Wow.
So that's what I wanted to do, and if I had taken it into a career, I wanted to eventually be a pilot, but I didn't take it into a career.
Well, and so your regret is what?
That I didn't wait for that job to become available. Because you can wait.
But how would you know that it would have become available soon?
You don't.
Right.
So you could wait years. You could never get in.
So you made the best choice for yourself, given everything that you knew at the time.
I made the most expedient choice. I don't know, and it turned out okay because the job wasn't bad. I mean, radio repair was good. It taught you a skill.
Yeah,
got me a lot of troubleshooting
valuable
experience that I've used since then. Really, I mean, all my jobs since then have been troubleshooting of some sort.
Man, he sounds like a commercial for the Army,
I
doesn't
do, and I
he?
should.
Right?
I feel like I should be getting the
turned
cut.
totally opposite of what he was thinking. But seriously, look, I learned something that has helped me even today. I mean, that's the perfect line for that.
It is.
Perfect,
It's true,
perfect.
unfortunately.
You just have to excuse me. This is not your father's root beer. He done kicked in.
So along those lines, there, what advice would you give to someone, to youth of today, thinking about a military career?
Yeah, Mr. Army, Army of One, recruiting two.
I'd say first and foremost, make sure you know what you're getting yourself into.
Okay.
Because everybody I ever knew who got in trouble repeatedly in the Army was because it seemed to me that they didn't know what they were signing up for.
Okay, so for example, what do you mean?
For example, like they'd be in basic training getting screamed at, and they would talk back to the drill sergeant and tell them, you don't know me.
So that is pretty much like what you see on TV, boot camp.
Yeah,
like
but that's
they
the
scream
stupid
at you
people.
and
Oh, that's absolutely accurate. Yeah, they're in your face, especially if you screw up.
So their goal is to tear you down? I mean, because they don't say very nice things. I mean, they're like calling guys wimps, and and that's that's a mild term.
It is an effective tactic. Because, I mean, you don't want them in your face, so you do everything you can to stay correct.
Okay.
And if you're wrong,
you stay wrong.
That's the motto.
I hear him say it all the time.
If you're wrong, you stay wrong. You heard it. You heard it, ladies
that's pretty
and
good.
gentlemen.
That might be her catchphrase. Yeah, I like it. Hey,
so you saw these young recruits just mouthing off. Now, you were young too, but
Yeah,
you
I
weren't
was.
one of those, right?
I knew what I was getting myself into, so I won't give them all the credit, but I did ROTC in high school, and they sort of let me know what the general feeling was going to be of the military. They definitely weren't nearly as strict. It's high school, but it at least gave me an idea, and I had some experience going in.
You weren't going in there headstrong, like, oh, you can't tell me what to do.
I knew what I was signing up for.
Right.
So.
Wow.
Yeah, I used to think that was just the craziest thing because
What?
I went in, and it was around September 11th, and when the first plane hit the building, we didn't know what was going on. We was in boot camp. No TV, no radio, internet, nothing. And so somebody comes in, oh, it's a terrorist attack. Somebody's attacking New York City, and we're like, oh no. And then people start crying. Oh my God. I'm like, what's wrong with you? We're going to go to war. I'm like, fool, you in the military. You're like, what did you think?
You had to know that was a distinct possibility.
I mean, there's a 99.9999999% chance that your butt may be going to somebody's war, picking up a gun and shooting somebody. It's like, how do you not think about that when you sign a contract?
I guess maybe because they had other goals, or like.
They thought they were going to be peacetime.
You have this vision, right?
They thought they were going to be peacetime.
You have this vision of.
You can't count on that.
What, have you not met our politicians? And yeah, I said it. Yeah, did you not see the debates last night? Do you see what we got coming up? And if you're going in the military, you better be looking at these debates. Because one of those people are going to be sitting up here, sitting you over there to fight something that you don't even know what the hell you fighting for. But you're going to go because you need to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America, and you should obey the orders of all those appointed over you. I almost said it right.
United States what? United States of America.
No, this is a ship
USS.
name. This is a ship name. We working with her, folks. We will get her there. By the end of this, she's going to be molded. She's going to be trained. She's going to be lean, mean, fighting machine.
And I'm going to earn my dolphins, damn it.
Oh, well, that's
right. He's like, well, okay, hold on now. Hold up. You done gone too far. You done gone too far.
You just lost like 50 viewers right there. With that. Anyway. Man, you pretty much got through our whole list. But you know what? Something else I want to just touch on real quick, because I'd rather talk to you than sit up here and spend the rest of the show talking. What are you doing now? I mean, because one of the things I saw when I was in the military, and I hate to say this, but it was a lot of chiefs like, oh, you ought to just go ahead and re-enlist because they ain't got nothing out there for you. There's nothing, you go to school, but there's no jobs out there. There's no future out there. You should stay in the military. And I'm like, yeah, we need people in the military,
That's what they said.
but I think that's sending the wrong message. So you were in, you went to school, you got out. What do you do now? You don't have to give any names of where you actually work, but
Right.
are you gainfully employed?
I am. After I got out, I got a degree in electrical engineering,
Ooh,
and I work
that's
for
good
a
degree.
semiconductor company, doing making wafers.
That's a hard degree.
It is. It was.
Double
It was
E,
definitely.
right?
It was challenging.
Wow.
But I mean,
It's doable, but that's just a scare tactic to keep their numbers up.
Really?
It really is.
yeah, and I really didn't like that because
You should only stay in if you like it and you want to be there.
and you want to be there for a
And-
career.
Because I had the re-enlistment NCO was on me while I was in Korea because he knew this is my last year.
Right.
So like he was taking me out to lunch. He was we were buddies, man.
He was trying to wind you to stay, to keep you to stay.
Yeah, we were good buddies the whole year.
Oh.
So towards the end, he was trying to tell me, he's like, "Why do you want to get out, man? You're so good at this." I was like, "You ever been good at something you didn't like?"
Yeah.
I was like, "I'm good at math. I don't necessarily like it."
Yeah.
It's like
That's a
so.
good. That's good because I think most people don't think of it that way. That just because you're good at it doesn't mean that you know.
I didn't
you
enjoy
value
it, so
Yeah.
it's time to get out.
And here's the disclaimer.
Mm.
Now, I'm not saying, oh, you need as soon as you can get the hell out or
No,
whatever.
If you enjoy it, stay. Absolutely.
And that's what I'm saying. The military needs people, and they need that training that you have, that education, that knowledge that you can pass down to somebody else. But the civilian world needs you too, because you are a trained leader.
Yes.
You have this knowledge, and you can sit here and mold and guide people forward in the civilian world also. I mean,
Absolutely.
employers are looking for you. And
I was just gonna say that
Definitely.
I've worked with big, Fortune 500 companies, and most of them, I would say, have a veterans employment program, and I'm always a big fan of that and love supporting that, where it helps employ veterans, people who are coming back from service.
Right.
So I'm a big supporter of that. And I
Yes.
think
Yeah.
that's becoming much more popular now. Thank goodness, right?
Yeah, finally. I mean,
Yes.
it's totally different from how it was when the guys got back from the Vietnam,
Vietnam
War,
War,
and Korean
yes.
War and stuff like that. I mean, they weren't received by the public as
And that always
warmfully
makes
as
that
we
makes
are
me
now.
sad.
I know.
That really makes me
Yeah.
sad.
I know.
We talked about that in the other show as to why I'm doing this, and as a way to just show gratitude to the veterans. And I've always felt that it was wrong, being a refugee from the Vietnam War, coming over here in 1975. Very grateful, and it just always hurt me that the American soldiers, when they came back to their own country after fighting a brutal conflict, a civil war essentially, over in Vietnam, in terrain that was unknown to them, and suffering the not only the physical loss but the emotional and psychological loss, that their own people, don't get me started, that just like, I get on my soapbox about that. That was so wrong, for sure.
No, you went right back. You was doing so good, and she just slid right on back. Like I was like, oh my God, this
It's
is
true.
beautiful.
Very true. That is how I feel.
And, this guy wasn't talking to me, but he was talking to somebody who was he was thinking about re-enlisting, and he said, if you've hated it for the last 4 years, you're probably not. It's not. The Army ain't gonna change for you. So you're probably gonna hate it the next 4 years too.
Yeah.
It's like, so understand what you're signing up for if you're gonna sign up for it.
That bonus better be real good.
Either enjoy it and do it again, or get out.
Yeah. And was it you who said about, if it's not in that contract?
Yeah, that was the
yeah.
other thing.
Yeah.
So if you're signing up and the recruiter has promised you X, Y, and Z,
Because they will, apparently. They will
They-
promise you the moon to get you to join, right?
they have quotas to meet, so they have to put
Just
so many
like
people
other
in.
industries, right? So
Yeah.
it's not any different. You use marketing tactics, right? Job description, you make it sound so good,
Army of
sexy,
one.
whatever. Army of one.
We always hated that slogan.
So these kids or these people are
Right.
signing up thinking, yes, that's what I want. That's the job I want.
Right.
And then come to find out that isn't what you
Well,
get.
if it's not explicitly written out in your contract that you're signing, then nobody owes it to you. And one other thing, the fine print is important. If you are promised a job, and even if it's in your contract, if you
Yeah.
fail the school,
Yes.
They can change your job.
Oh, yeah, they will.
So, say you sign up to be a rocket scientist for the Air Force. If you fail that school,
Yes.
they will reassign you to supply.
Yeah.
Or
a deck scrubber.
Yeah, pretty much. Whatever job they're short on.
Those are good life lessons, actually. Really, I mean, that applies to anything in life, right? Read what you sign and read the fine print, right? I mean, that goes true with.
Because once you sign your name on that line, your ass is theirs. And they will do whatever they need to do with you to get their money out of you.
They will reassign you to what they call needs of the Army, which is usually infantry, supply, and truck
Wait a
driver.
minute, that sounds like in the civilian world it translates to on your job description, other duties as assigned. Yeah, totally.
Other duties as assigned.
Bullet sponge.
That's not an official job.
Yeah, but that's where they sending you. Oh my goodness, horrible, horrible. Kevin, that was terrible, Kevin.
Learned so much. I've learned so much about that. Wow.
So, any saved rounds and alibis?
Any what? Safe rounds?
Saved rounds and alibis.
That's what they say when you get off the range, right?
Yeah.
And they
So,
say,
anything else left you want to say or put out there? We're going to get her there. We're going to get her there.
We always just say no brass. They ask you brass or ammo.
Oh, that's what you so
Brass
see.
or ammo.
Even they even got to say that different. It's like they're only just resisting us. You know, I don't get it.
Different fraternity here.
Yeah. Same fraternity, just different divisions.
Brass. What is it? Brass or ammo?
Yeah. So brass is expended rounds. Ammunition is unexpended rounds.
Oh,
So-
I thought it was like officer versus infantry. I was
So
trying to guess.
you go on the range with 60 rounds. You blow off 30 of them. You have to separate those out. You have to give them the brass, and you have to give them the unexpended ammo because you're not obviously not going to take that home. And if you go past the brass and ammo point and they find brass or ammo on you later,
Oh, you can't have either.
no, that will be hell to pay.
Oh, really?
And see,
Absolutely.
and I said
Absolutely.
save rounds are alibis. So you have any rounds you didn't shoot off, or you got some excuses of why you still got ammo on. That's same thing.
That's cute. That's funny. I like that.
Because the Navy cool like that.
Well, I've learned so much, Mr. Oh, wait. How would I address you if, is it once in the Army, always in the Army too?
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
my
How do I address
But-
you?
Yes.
The same
What is
way
your-
as everybody else.
How?
John?
Sir?
You see,
What a
she's
smart
saying,
ass. I'm
was
telling you.
Marine always Marine?
You
That's
see
she's
what I
saying.
have to put up with?
We're
I
not- we're
cannot
not-
work under these conditions. Oh my god.
We're not quite as strict about it as the Marines are.
Okay, but if I were in the military too, or when you were active,
when I was
how
st-
should I have addressed you?
You would have called me Sergeant.
Sergeant.
Yeah.
Sergeant John
Just Sergeant Leclair.
Oh, Sergeant Leclair. See, I had to throw that in there.
Beat your face.
Wow.
It has been a wonderful learning experience, Sergeant Leclair. Oh, that has a nice ring to it.
And this was really good. We're going to wrap it up right here with the interview with my boy, John Leclair. And we will be right back after these messages.
Welcome to another edition of Pathways, your leadership connection, giving you the tools you need to take your leadership to a whole nother level. Well, my name is Richard Helen. I'm your certified speaker, coach, and trainer, and member of the John Maxwell team. Each time I come before you, I have 3 simple goals. I want to encourage you, I want to empower you, and I always hope to enlighten you. Today we're going to talk about another one of my favorite topics, how to be successful in your organization. The 5 levels of leadership from Mr. John Maxwell. Power of serving. The leadership role of the man in the marriage. Whether you're married or whether you're single, this might be worth listening to.
I have no clue.
6 times more?
Well, because you want the latest phone every time a phone come out.
Speaking of which, you know what just came out? The Note 5 are out, and I can't fucking get it, and I'm so upset. I use my phone to stay up to date online. So I want the biggest screen. I want the latest processor so everything's quick and stuff like that. And so the Note 5s came out.
Hold that thought. Hold on. I got something for you. Hold on.
If you fucking got the Note 5, I will reach into the monitor and slap the shit out you.
So, You know who I work for. I'm not gonna say who I work for.
You forgot who you work for.
So they gave me a prototype, and it's gonna make you so jealous.
Don't you fucking do it, Durite.
It's actually the Note 6. You ready for this? So here's the Note 6. Look right here. you can put it up to your
You dumb.
Now, look, I can get on here and I can look at it. Hey, Noble, what's going on? What you up to?
Oh my God, I hate you so much.
Oh, I guess we're back. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank our special guest, John Leclair.
Sergeant John Leclair.
John Leclair. He's not a soldier no more. You know,
once a soldier, always a soldier. Isn't that what you told me?
No, I said once a Marine, always a Marine.
That's
what I said.
It's got to be specific to Marines. I see.
Okay, go up to a Marine and say he's not a Marine no more, and then just
no,
text
I'm
me.
not gonna do that.
Text me with your still working hand. You know, I'm just saying. Usually John ain't about to kung fu grip you or nothing right now. Anyway, also, I wanted to say something about the hats.
Yes.
So one of Dan's friends said, "Hey man, where you get that USS America hat from?" So I just wanted to just let you in on some insight on it if you didn't know about the hat. So I did a video once, I think it was Into the Deep, about a movie idea I had for a submarine movie.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a name for the ship, but I had all these characters all worked out and stuff. And I kept thinking about it, and somebody mentioned, I don't know, USS US or something, or I don't know. And I said, you know what? I like, what's the name of that movie? Team America? And so I heard that song one day. I'm like, that's the name of my ship. So that's why I came up with that. So every time you see this, the first thing you should say is, yeah. That's all you gotta do. Yeah, I don't know if that was funny or not. I didn't hear no laughter, so I guess it was funny. Anyway, I'd like to thank my co-host for being on the show with me again with a camouflage shirt, blending in and everything, looking like a ghost. This is a Halloween get up.
That's right.
She was trying to make John feel at home, and I'd like to thank myself for being up here looking so pretty and so awesome and stuff, making her look
past
good.
Time. Sorry. Oh, I think that didn't air. Like got cut off. We're like, woo, way past time.
And I would like to say thank you for tuning in, watching us, commenting. I want to say what's up to the Bunyan. I would like to say what's up to Kimberly Destin. I'd like to say what's up to Cody Fry, Shannon Marcus, and everybody else that watched. If you're out there on Facebook and everything, the reason we do this is for you, because it ain't the money, because we ain't getting no money. We broke.
He's not paying me anything.
You know, I pay her in French fries. You know,
French? Did you say French? Leclair.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be hearing this for the rest of the week. But we appreciate you a whole bunch. Thank you for the new subscribers, for the views and everything. Y'all are the best, and this is why we do it for you and the veterans of our nation and any other nation, because everybody had to go through some stuff.
Yep,
you know, so that's why we do it. So I'm Mr. Durite. This is Sea Stories with Mr. Durite. This is so long, and until next time, peace.
Have a great week.
Yeah.